Okay, just got back this very second, still smelling of two-stroke engine petrol fumes from being on the motorbike. Just got back from the dress rehearsal, technical rehearsal. We should have had a technical rehearsal earlier on in this afternoon, but it being the way things are, it wasn't a technical rehearsal. It was a technical rehearsal tonight, but we had an audience for the tech rehearsal. It's a bit weird, actually. It's a bit strange, but it went okay. Yeah, the one of the sections, when you see the video or the excerpts, when I put it on the end of the blog, when in a few weeks when I edit stuff and get the footage, you'll see basically the section on the mound which I use, where it's got the film and the stage. Everything was fine, just because it runs itself, really, the sound and the lights and the visuals all sorted. When we kind of went down the hill, they should have had there's about 150 lanterns that they light with fire, but they decided to start lighting them as we started to walk down the hill, so it took ages, all due to not having a technical rehearsal. And I think probably just as not having the time to kind of say, right, this is it, we're starting the technical rehearsal, let's walk through it step by step, which you do normally when we're putting a production on in the UK, but things are just different. And so I think maybe this is the way that you do a technical rehearsal, but it's fine because people found out what they really needed to do for tomorrow. There's not a lot of technical stuff that can go wrong. It's just cues and when people are supposed to do stuff, which is, a technical rehearsal, but it's fine. It went off okay. There was a kind of a small audience of the government. As I say, I've said it before, the government have to come to kind of say yay or nay. They give you the go ahead if you can do it. They're kind of just looking for stuff in the show that you're not kind of saying anything against the government. That it's political. You can't really have a political opinion with your art. I could never live here then. So not only did they give us the go ahead, they said it's a fantastic piece, a really beautiful piece that we've got. Come on. So yeah, all good on that front. We had a kind of debrief after at the coffee shop, just on the site where it was. And kind of just gave our feedback on what needed to happen. And it's all due. It's not that people got stuff wrong technically. It's just that they didn't know, and it was really up to the production manager to kind of say, well, okay, this is what we're starting. This is your cue. He told them, but obviously, if you've never ever seen a show before, you're not going to know when it is. If somebody says, oh, it's when they stand together, you might stand together 5 times, and then so it's all good. I think tomorrow will now be like the cue to cue and say, right, you do this, then it's all upside down, back to front and sideways. But the show is tomorrow. The first show is tomorrow night. It's absolutely fine. The press were there tonight, the TV and stuff. So they kind of took excerpts to kind of publicise it tomorrow. One of the what headache! If you've ever performed outdoors, and it kind of all came running back to me when when it started to get late and the night was falling. I did a performance once in the south of France with a company called Kompany. We performed outside, and when it's kind of like when it's hot and in the summer, like here as well, subtropical, although south of France isn't, the humidity and the moisture just makes the dance floor like an ice rink, and literally it was like somebody had just covered it in water. So when we got onto the stage eventually for the final section, it was literally like dancing on ice. And I know people exaggerate, oh yeah, the floor is really slippy. You couldn't move because you would slip, so we kind of had to walk through everything. It's really, really difficult, and I didn't kind of want to get injured for tomorrow or slip, or none of the guys did. So what we're going to do underneath it is like a carpet. We're going to dance on that. It's better than kind of doing on the dance floor. It's great that there was a dance floor there, but we're going to have to take that up. It was really, really, really scary. Oh yeah, and there was one of the big torches at the end. Show had finished. People were kind of milling around. and there was a little child that had one of the lanterns was still alight. I think it tried to reach up to it and knocked it over and nearly set the stage alight. Yeah, it would never get past health and safety in the UK, but it was yeah, nothing happened. Basically the skirting, the edging, the black edging of the stage caught fire, but it was put out quickly. The little girl, she was fine. She I think was more shocked by the slap from her mum after. So all good, everybody's fine, no stage going up. The little girl's shell shocked, but it was nice. It was nice to do it, nice to kind of get one out of the way. But we're turning up there tomorrow at 3:30 just to go over stuff again, because we've got this like 50-meter long piece of material that we walk along, and because we've not had 50 meters anywhere to do, we're kind of going up and down the studio. It was kind of difficult making the links, but again, it's kind of coming back to this improvisation thing, because it's not been actually set to the music exactly, and the piece that we're using is quite repetitive. We kind of got a bit lost, but nobody really knew. But anyway, we're going to sort that out tomorrow, and our first show is tomorrow. I'm going to get all the flour off my costume and then have a good night's sleep, I think. Unless I get a phone call or an email or anyway. Okay, that's another part of the blog that that's not what this is for. Strictly business. See you on the other side.